dude from Houston. Got talking a little bit towards the end. Went around to told him about the Visa passport scam coming out of Russia. I wrote that play in store, dropping him off at the Colonial Country Club. Not a whole lot of conversation, you know. I try to keep it limited. I know that I can be kind of a talkative type of person, which a lot of my shows about that. But yeah, it's Colonial Country Club. Guy just coming in from Houston. He was going downtown, and then the guy changed the address on him a little bit, so he ended up at the country Colonial Club. But yeah, you never know. Cool dude though. Cool dude. Had kind of an idea, since I have a background in theater, since I went to Hip Pocket and I got to interview Pete Gooch and see Ed Kennedy and, you know, watch a Johnny Simon show. I thought about maybe, because I have a friend that works Stage West, and maybe I could turn this into like a little theater thing. And like each theater has its own character and personality, right? Hip Pocket is a lot about memory, you know, because it's been around for 47 years. And a lot of people have a lot of stories they can tell about a lot of shows. And I've worked with Hip Pocket on several shows for more than a decade. And it was, you know, it's an easy one because I just go there. There's a friend sitting there. I can sit there and start talking to them, and they can start talking about hubcaps over Hollywood and Ed Wood play and all that kind of stuff. Well, I had an idea. Have a couple friends also at Stage West, Dana and Rob, and I thought about doing it just came to me, you know, when I was driving back from DFW today, but like a show, you know, an episode or a vlog, I guess a video log, about ideas for shows, like original ideas for shows, or, you know, like talking about ideas for shows or something, you know, to kind of get conversation on the table. So I was thinking about maybe bringing forth, maybe talking about either my werewolf screenplay, or maybe even also talking about my play UHM. And then maybe, I know like Rob's always writing like new plays and has ideas. Oh, look, there's an iguana right there. But then, like, you know, and then Dana, she's a director, and she's a good medium. And I'm pretty good at doing this because I've been doing it for 4 years. I've been doing it longer than that, but I've been doing the show for at least 4 years. So I'm pretty good at kind of like approaching and like, you know, just kind of knowing when to turn the camera on and when to kind of do it, you know. With Hip Pocket, I just kind of like show up, you know, and then, you know, they kind of, maybe they knew a little bit, or they knew about the show. But I thought like it'd be cool to like get some like maybe like coffee or cappuccino. I know Rob likes to serve cheese and crackers and things like that, or something crazy, and just kind of like throw out some ideas and just get conversation going. Dinner for Andre kind of thing, which is kind of inspiration for a lot of this show. Dinner with Andre, you know, Wallace Shawn, or is it Sean Wallace? Yeah, Sean Wallace, I think. Or is it Wallace Shawn? It's Wallace Shawn, I think. But, you know, like, just to, you know, talk about theater, maybe like show the stage, you know, talk about crazy shows that have happened. There's always a ghost in a theater. Talk about the ghost at the theater, and then talk about the show, and there's a trinity. You know, because, you know, spending 3 or 4 months on memorizing a script and not having the right boom mic and camera would just be fruitless, you know? It would just be a big mistake. But doing what you can do, which is just carrying on conversation, might gain a little bit of entertainment and interest to the viewer, especially if they love theater. So it's an idea. And if there's coffee and crackers and cheese around, that's interesting to see people eat and talk and carry on and just be themselves. To me, that seems like a pretty interesting thing. Here's Old South Pancake House right over here. They actually have really good internet. It's right before dinner. Looks like they're working on it right here. Looks like the green light happened after all. Time to get Linda. Yeah, I know it's Taco Bell's. That's where I'm headed right now, and pick up Linda. I know a lot of Taco Bell's. They do a lot of commercial music inside, and usually it's okay when I order because I can do a lot of quick angles, quick shots to get rid of the copyright. But I'd probably have to like eat it in the car rather than at the restaurant. It's a shame to do the vlog. But if I get the angle correct, then I would be able to get like the Taco Bell sign in it and kind of start practicing those, because they're hard to do. It's hard to vlog food, and fast food establishments are pretty good practice doing that. And I like the fact that you can go in and order off the kiosk and you can pay on the phone or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and download my Taco Bell app and get ready for the next Taco Bell vlog. Oh, another thing too about Stage West too. Very important that if we do something like that, we got to have some type of food. There's got to be some type of food there, and drink. Like soda or whatever, or tea or whatever y'all want to drink or whatever. It could be, whatever it is. Before we start our conversation. Well, I usually get the grilled chicken chipotle ranch, the chipotle grilled chicken ranch at Taco Bell, but they have a chalupa. It can be seasoned with beef, and you can get it for $1 the first 20,000 after 2 p.m. It's 5 right now. Looks like the order is up, so we're gonna go ahead and place that chalupa order and see what happens. We're gonna have to place it through the app on a pickup. So it'd be a pickup or dine in. I'll see if it does dine in as well. All right, we're gonna go for that chalupa and seasoned beef. And I think just like visiting the theater, just hanging out, just looking at the stage, talking about old shows or just shows that are going on. Just kind of, you know, just talking. It's not like a press thing. It's more like friends sitting around. I gotta see it. I gotta get a good angle though. It's like friends sitting around talking about just ideas in the theater and just stuff like that. It'd be interesting. I might can get one angled right here. It's a possibility. We'd have to see. Let me see. Done this before. Taco Bell is so scrumptious though. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it kind of, I know the iPhones, a lot of times when the sun comes in from back there, it kind of blurs it, gives it kind of like a studio effect. Can't see it. And they have no outside seating. I couldn't do it standing without a tripod. I wonder if I could eat on the car though. There might be something I could do where I set it up on the car. We'll play around with some angles because I have the trunk over here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I haven't ordered the chalupa yet, but I'm sure I'll be the first 20,000. All right, let's see. Yeah, you can definitely see it here. Lots of wind. The music's so important for that. You got a lot of wind action. Taco Bell is sought after. It's pretty good food. There's no outside seating. Just wondering if this works like that. That's a possibility. You can't stand and eat. A lot of wind's gonna hit that phone though right there and cause it to turn like that. I've been doing this for a while. I'm using this thing here. It's kind of like a possible stand. I probably could fight between having the taco, eating it, and then maybe readjusting like that. Since I don't have a camera crew, I can have the taco. I can be eating the taco, and like over the car, holding it and talking about it. That's a pretty good shot. I'm scouting it out. There's a lot of wind though. It's a lot of wind. If I open the trunk, now if I go in here, the light glares in and it kind of cuts the shot. That looks like that's, yeah, we're gonna have that happen too. It's part of the humanity of getting the vlog. The vlog is a lot about humanity. I might do that. Yeah, it's the way that that's angled. It'd be very difficult. That's one option. Yeah, if I set it through here, you could see me eating it. That might be something different. So I mean, I could set it here. You can see me eating, food, and stay put. And like I could talk, you can hear me talking like right here. I could go over here, take a few bites, and then maybe like come over here and talk. Show what maybe like show the taco, kind of go like that. And then come in here. Let me get an order. This is the first 20,000 chalupa. You had to start at 2 p.m. today. You get the chalupa for $1. So we're gonna see if we can get that first. And if we can, then we'll try to vlog it that way. I think that might be the way on that one. Everything's gonna be a challenge, and that's part of all, doing these vlogs. So I'm gonna order the chalupa first. We'll get everything set in place. I'll get the Taco Bell sauce, get a refill on the drink, and we'll talk about it, and it'll be a little bit different, so it might be cool. All right, I had to search in the inbox on my Taco Bell app to finally find the reward. It took me a while to figure it out. I went online and asked questions and stuff. So you go to the inbox, and then it'll say access. You hit access, and then your chalupa for $1 comes up. So, well, I got good and bad news. So we'll start with the bad news first. The bad news is the chalupa promotion for $1 it exceeded its maximum. So we're gonna go with the $2 Chipotle grilled chicken, which we're gonna vlog that burrito. And then the good news is Rody took me back. So Rody looked over everything, and it didn't seem like I did enough damage just talking to the manager at Walmart, So they reviewed everything, and they said, even though that you talked to the manager at Walmart, which I won't do that anymore, about an order, we went ahead and reactivated the account. So I didn't see anything wrong with talking to the manager about an order. So they probably investigated. They had other people looking at it. It's like, what exactly did this person do? Well, they just talked to the person about the order to see probably if the order was correct. Well, you don't really want to do that. So I'm not really like stoked. Like I'm not real happy about Rody, but it is something that I could look at, because Rody does offer some extra money and stuff like that. Especially if I picked one up and I'm far out there, and I do sometimes prescription drop-offs and things like that. So we may be talking about Rody. So Rody said yes.